Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the TheRcSaylors, and today we're out at our airfield with a recently put together Origin Hobby's Wilga, the W2000 they call it. This is a really unique looking plane for a Cessna style-ish plane. It's kind of like a passenger plane. I think this is a German kit. I could be a little wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it's a German plane though. Anyway, this is a 5-channel plane. We do have the flaps set up and we're flying on a tactic transmitter with a tactic receiver. And we have an unboxing and a quick build tips video. If you want to check that out, I'll try to have it linked for you in the description box or a card up here. This is going to be our maiden flight, very first time flying it. It's so unique at the way it looks, and we've got actual shocks here. I suppose they're called shocks on a plane on both wheels, so that's kind of unique. And it does just look really cool. And then the front lip of the plane here is something very interesting. There's a little, I don't know, an airfoil I suppose that's called, where just wind can kind of go up under this little gap and then it comes up out over the top of the wing here, I think providing more lift. I'm not sure, I've never had anything like that before. So really interesting looking. The tail does turn with the rudder. Enough talking. Let's get it in the air. I'm not a very familiar pilot with flaps. I want to take off without flaps. You know what? We'll do mid flaps for the first takeoff.
Oh, mid flaps.
Mid. We've got 2 settings here. So let's, nice short grass. Wish me luck.
Oh,
okay,
man.
she's up. I do need to trim it. Got a lot of aileron roll, so let's trim that out.
Put this high enough.
That is almost perfect. Okay, let me see here. I hope I go the right way. Yes, okay, I took my flaps out. I'll fly a little lower for you in a minute, Abby. I just wanted to try to get the plane trimmed up and stuff. But for a first takeoff, that was wonderful. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm completely hands off the sticks right now at about half throttle. So I could maybe use a tiny bit of lift. But this is perfect. It's amazing to be right out of the box flying like this. I want to give it just a hair of elevator. That might have been too much. How you doing filming with that lens there? You doing okay?
Yeah, I just need to set my monopod up higher.
Okay, go for it. I'll just do a boring flyby here. Actually, Dad is giving it to you.
Alright, I'm back.
Cool. Why would I want to fly with flaps? Well, okay. I'll do a slow flyby with my flaps. My dad's back there cheering me on. Alright, let's go. Flaps are at mid. And I gotta drop the throttle some, right? Well, maybe not. It did slow me down. So my flaps are at mid. I didn't put them all the way down yet. I'll fly by a little slower here, providing me with a little more lift. Why is it wanting to nose up when I have the flaps? Maybe just I had too much throttle. Okay, let's see what this does. There's full flaps. They're like vertical almost. So I'll try to land with my flaps all the way down.
You've barely been in the air.
I know, I'll take off again. This is just, they have flaps, you gotta. Okay, so 0 throttle, flaps are all the way on. This is awesome. I'm going nice and slow. Wow. Oh, I like flaps. That was cool. That was neat. All right, let's try taxi and take off with my flaps. so much lift. Okay, so there's mid flaps, and then once we get a little speed up, put the flaps away, we can fly a little faster. So let's see what this plane can do. I'm sure it's not just a docile flyer. I'll get a little higher, and then I'll try my first roll. Here we go. Let's roll it. That was all right. That looked pretty good, actually. We'll go do one the other way. Kick it back around. It's flying so well. I mean, I don't really even know how to describe, but I love it. So let's go. Upside down a little longer on that one. Let's do a roll. Pretty roll. I like this evening sun on the plane. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Wow.
A little inverted there. It didn't do great on inverted. Let's try that again. Giving myself a little nose up to help. Okay, we're a little better. Roll back out of it there. Yeah, that's good. That's good for a plane that looks like this to be able to fly inverted that well.
That looks good.
Yeah?
Plane looks good. I like it. I guess
There's some
technically
rudder.
I'm supposed to be flying this.
Well, we'll get you in the air. We wanted to do a good little maiden on this one. Let's see, I have a huge rudder, so let's try to climb and rudder over. Oh my gosh, plane shouldn't be able to do that, but it does. Let's do that again on this side. This is one of my favorite little moves to do. You just kind of throttle up and then give it rudder over, right?
Neat.
Always fun, and it does really good on
I think
this.
you're beeping.
I'm beeping, so time to land. That's my low battery indicator that I put in there. It does not come on the Wilga. Those throttle climbs cut my battery down. All right, so let's slow her down. We got half flaps. And now let's go full flaps on for the landing. Slowing down. Come in with some throttle because that slows you down a lot. Oh, that was beautiful. I like that a lot. Was that too short of a flight for a review? I think so.
Yes.
What do you say we put another battery in and keep it going for you guys?
Okay.
Yeah? I got a fresh battery, so let's do it. Taking off with flaps. I like this.
Light two.
Flight number 2 for you guys. Same video right here. Probably. We'll see.
Stepping on your toes.
That's all right.
Your stupid low
I know, I
voltage
hear
thing
it.
is going off.
I hear it. I hear it. It's fine.
I hate those things.
They don't work sometimes. So you guys hear the beeping. That is a low voltage indicator I have in the plane. It may be set incorrectly. I just took off and I charged it, a full charge at the house. So I'm going to fly it a few minutes for you here. I'll have a little fun before I land it.
So what's the point of flaps, Nathan?
Flaps give you more lift and slow the plane down. Basically, that's about it. You can take off faster on a shorter runway and land with less. See, like right now, if I come in for a landing, it's going to take me a long time to slow down this big, heavy plane, right?
Yeah.
But if I put the flaps on, it provides a lot more lift and doesn't allow as much air to flow over the wing and slows you down a lot, but still providing some lift. And in fact, it slows you down so much that you pretty much have to come in with some throttle.
That's cool.
Or you'll stall.
That's pretty neat.
It is neat, yes. This is our second plane ever, I think, with flaps. It's a beautiful plane, very awesome looking in the air. And you guys saw me do some acrobatic stuff on the last flight. It climbs pretty well for something that looks like this. It rolls all right. Let's do a roll. About as fast as I can get it to roll. And I increased the throttle some too.
I liked your inverted flying.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well, let's do an inverted flight this way. I want to, instead of rolling into it, I want to do a loop. into the inverted flight. So let's try that, okay? Let's go up and over. Now I'm inverted. You do need more throttle. You have a lot less lift when you're flying inverted on this plane. A lot less. I'm gonna roll it back over. And I think it's that little bump or the little airfoil thing on the front of the plane that's causing it to have more lift this way. Of course it is, than upside down. You have to give it quite a bit of elevator or nose down when you're inverted to keep it in the air, and more juice. What else can I try with this little guy? The rudder is so strong. Watch, I'll give it rudder left right now, and it just yanks it over. I mean, you could fly this with just rudder. It's a lot of rudder control.
What about gliding?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'll climb up a little, and then we'll glide. It climbs well. All right, so 0 throttle. Does okay, but it definitely needs to have some speed. You got to keep it going down. It needs throttle. It needs throttle to fly. I'll show you guys a climb. We'll do a climb on the right side of the field here and see how it does, like full throttle on a straight up climb. Here we go, full throttle. I'm just climbing up. See how we can do. Starting to stall. That's it right there. I'm going to cut it back over. 0 throttle coming down.
Nice.
Now big throttle back up. And now we'll do one a little more controlled on this side here.
And again, that beeping is just Nathan's own low voltage battery thing,
That's
which
right.
I personally don't like.
I've been corrected a lot of times on the channel. Those are just rolls, not barrel rolls. But they do look really good.
You called a loop a roll earlier.
Did I really?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to fly
Nathan
and
is
talk.
awful with names.
Yeah, I am. Well, I think I'm getting a little low on juice for real this time, so I'm going to loop around one more time, and then I'll come in with flaps, and we'll give it a nice, hopefully a nice slow landing with those flaps. All right, so I have my flaps set up with 2 positions. I've got a mid-level and then full flaps. So I'm going to go ahead and give it mid-level now. Start slowing down into my bank. I'm at about half throttle, and now I'm going to go full flaps. I'm at 0 throttle, not full flaps yet. There's full flaps. I can see the nose come up some, and now I'm maybe 10-15% throttle to get it in here. And I'm going to keep the throttle on to provide lift, and not too bad. Not too bad.
Cool.
Let's taxi it in with the flaps down. Cool. There we have the Origin Hobby Wilga. It's a really good looking plane. It's pretty unique. I'm sure if I was flying this up here with all the other guys at the field, they'd all want to know what this is because it does look very different. If you can hear a little buzz, that's my servos. I still have my flaps down, so let me kick those back up. The mid-level there, and now cleaned up that buzzing. So man, I really liked how this flew. It looks amazing in the air, and it can do more than a plane that looks like this should be able to do, so it makes it a lot of fun to fly. Climbs up pretty well. It eventually stalls. It can't climb forever on a 3-cell battery, which is what I'm flying on, a 3-cell 2100 2200 size milliamp battery. And you know, with that huge rudder back here, you have a lot of rudder authority while you're flying, and elevator authority, so you can do really easy and smooth loops, right? You can do nice loops, and when you're climbing, you can bank it over very nicely and come straight back down from the vertical climb. And barrel rolls, it'll do barrel rolls, but probably just about one. I recommend kind of nosing up a hair and then rolling over so that when you're coming out of the roll, you're not coming down too much. Or you could compensate for it with elevator while you're upside down. Anyway, this is a great flying plane. It flies on a very common size battery that most people that fly planes have, so I recommend adding this one to your arsenal. Origin Hobby also makes the really cool plane called the Acro, which is probably one of my favorite planes ever. So I'm growing fond of this company. This is my 2nd plane of the Origin Hobby series, and man, I love it. I mean, this is really cool. We'll have this link for you down in the description box below. Remember, it's a 5-channel plane, receiver ready. You just need a receiver for your favorite transmitter and a battery to get this in the air, and about 10 to 15 minutes of your time to piece it together out of the box. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.